Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys my favorite foundation or complexion products of 2024. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina. I am a beauty and fashion expert that does product reviews on luxury beauty, skincare, and makeup. Occasionally I might share a luxury accessory review or vlog here and there. So today you guys, I have rounded up my favorite foundation or complexion products for the year. This is a very lean one. It is really my top 5. Majority of these products are new launches of 2024, and there are 2 of them that are new discoveries for me or that I just discovered or started using in 2024. So before I begin, I wanted to just give you guys a bit of a benchmark of things that I'm looking for in a foundation. Number 1 is always going to be comfort. So this relies on the formula, the texture, consistency, and then how it sits on the skin. Number 2 is the finish, of course. How does it make my skin look? And number 3 is the wear. How does it wear in the middle of the day, after 2 hours, after 8 hours? So how does it wear throughout the day, or for how long that I want it to wear? So the very first complexion product or foundation I want to share with you is from a brand called Youthforia. This is not a new launch for this year, but I just got my hands on it this year. I've heard about it since last year. This was released, I think, summer of last year. This is Date Night Skin Serum Foundation. This is a weightless skin serum foundation that is 68% skincare. It is light to medium coverage, and the finish they claim to have is glass skin. The shade that I have is in 245, and just for reference, you guys, I will put my shade references for different brands below. So this is, I don't really pump a lot, you guys, but this is how she looks. The shade match to me is absolutely perfect, and it is truly lightweight. It says it's weightless, and you can really feel that. This one is really more, has that comfort of skincare instead of a foundation. So comfort wise, I would give this a 9 out of 10. And in terms of the finish, it says it's glass-like. I don't know if you guys can see that right now, but it truly has that glass-like effect. It's a very beautiful finish. And in terms of coverage, yes, you do get, for me, this is not light, unless you probably spread it out some more. This to me is like a true medium coverage, which I really prefer. So yes, in terms of finish, very beautiful. And in terms of wear's beautiful as well. I have used this for work. I've used this for a day out. No complaints about it, except if you're combination skin like myself. You can get, it can look a little oily, so I would recommend powdering your T-zone, because this truly has glass-like finish. So it looks very healthy. It's a healthy kind of serum kind of glow. But if you are running around and it's a bit more humid, you do have to powder your T-zone, at least for this. So before we go on my next foundation, you guys, I just also wanted to set a little parameters in terms of my skin. So I have combination skin, true combination skin, but during the winter, it really is more like dry to combination, or combination to dry. And I have mature skin as well. Why did I pause for that? So I have mature skin. I don't have very youthful. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm in my 40s, so I do have mature skin, and those are a few of the factors that come into play when I review these foundations. Alright, the next foundation I want to share with you guys is super exciting. This was a new launch for the year, and this is also my very first, or the very first full coverage foundation that agreed with my skin and that I truly have been reaching for and have been using. This is a new launch from One Size by Patrick Starr. This is their Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation. This is marketed as a long wear, waterproof, sweat proof smoothing and blurring foundation that is full coverage, weightless, and has 16-hour wear. Also, it only has 16 ingredients, so I think that's a very big deal for like a full coverage foundation. The shade that I use is in light 35, and again, a very, very good shade match. Now this one, truly a little goes a very, very long way. So you see this, that's even a lot for me to pump. This is a true full coverage on initial application, and I just want to show you guys. It is full coverage. It is a soft matte, so it doesn't give you that dry, parched, heavy, texturized skin look. This is the first time I'm actually reviewing this product, because when this launched, I believe somewhere in the fall, things just got so busy for me work-wise, I never found the time to do a dedicated video. But with the Youthforia, I will put a link down below. I think I shared my initial thoughts on that. So this is the one size turn up the beat full coverage soft matte foundation. It is, in terms of comfort, it truly feels weightless for a full coverage foundation, so I would give this a 10 out of 10. In terms of finish, absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't look like a full coverage matte foundation. It is very blurring, absolutely just beautiful. Again, for finish, 10 out of 10. And last but not the least, for wear, this lives up to its claim. I will give it a 10 out of 10 as well for wear. This one, I wore this to the Taylor Swift concert event. I was singing and dancing for 3.5 hours. I went home drenching with rain. Well, it was drizzling in Vancouver. So it went through the ringer, and I still looked relatively put together. I wouldn't even say I looked horrible. It really withstood all those factors. So I would have to say, definitely highly recommend this as a full coverage foundation, even for mature skin. My top 3 foundation or complexion product for the year is also not a new launch of 2024, but a new discovery for me. It's the first time I started using it, but I've heard so much about it. This was actually launched in 2018. This is the #1 cushion from Japan, and I'm sure if I describe the packaging, you guys would instantly know what it is. It is that cushion. If you see a round egg-like packaging of a cushion, that is her. So this is the TirTir Mask Red Fit Foundation. Mask Fit Red Foundation. And let me just show you how much of these eggs I have. Okay, so the reason that I have quite a bit is that every time I see it, because some retailers in Vancouver carry it now, and then I saw this mini one, like there was a market and somebody was selling Korean beauty products, and she had the mini version, so I had to get that. So this is the TirTir Mask Fit Red Foundation. The initial shade that I purchased was 24W Soft Beige. I can go between that or 24N Latte, and this one comes with a puff like this. This is the first cushion that has ever agreed with me or my skin or the things that I look for in a foundation. It doesn't get weird or cakey or move too much or just vanish after an hour. So I'm going to begin with comfort. Well, first I'm going to begin with how this is described. This is described as a lightweight 72-hour wear, semi-matte finish, full coverage complexion product with a glass-like finish as well. So semi-matte but glass-like. I know it sounds contradictory, but I don't know what sorcery, but they did it. So also, this is the best way to apply it. Just magical. This is immediately full coverage when you apply. So let me show you how this looks. And you really just have to press it on the skin. Also, this is the fastest to apply. I don't even need a beauty blender. Literally, it blends like instantly, and it takes me like 40 seconds, maybe 30 seconds for my face. So let's begin with comfort. It says it's lightweight. I would have to agree. Again, this is gonna get a 10 out of 10 when it comes to comfort for me. In terms of finish, yes, this gets a 10 out of 10. This is full coverage, And it says it's semi-matte, but it does achieve that very glass, I wouldn't say super glass-like, but very skin-like finish. It really does a good job in doing that, especially with how much coverage you get. And then in terms of wear, chef's kiss, you guys, 11 out of 10. This one wears throughout work, 10-hour day, no breakdown, looks as beautiful as when you first applied. And then to top it all off, that's why she ranks very high for me, is the price point. This retails for 25 US, about 39 Canadian when I purchased, and you get 18 grams. I'm used to ml, like 30 ml for traditional foundations, but I can't complain because I don't think I finished one yet. Maybe the first one I purchased, which was, I think during the summer, it's almost coming, like it's getting really low, but it's already December. So that's a good like 4 or 5 months. But definitely highly recommend and a favorite complexion product of the year. Now we come to my top two. These two foundations or complexion products are new launches of the year. And they're both from designer luxury brands. The very first one is, again, another full coverage. I guess it's mature skin. I'm gravitating towards that more. This is a full coverage foundation from Christian Louboutin. The next foundation I want to share with you guys is Christian Louboutin's Fluid Foundation. This was launched in the beginning of the year. And first of all, look at the amazing packaging. I did a dedicated video on this one, you guys, and I will put the link down below. So the shade that I have for this is, I believe, 30N. And this one markets itself as a 24-hour wear, luminous matte finish, comfortable foundation that is skincare focused ingredients as well. And it minimizes pores and just gives you a flawless complexion. So when it comes to comfort, I would have to give this 10 out of 10 as well. This one is absolutely weightless. It is very lightweight, again, for the coverage that it gives you. So this one is another full coverage kind of foundation, and you can see over here, immediately full coverage. There is a bit of a fragrance, but it does kind of smell like skincare a bit. Look at the finish of this. This is a gorgeous luminous matte finish. So in terms of the finish, 11 out of 10. Of all these beautiful complexion products that I've talked about so far, which I find gorgeous, I think this finish is the most beautiful. This is what you want to wear if you have an elevated occasion, a beautiful dinner date, or an event. And for something with so much coverage and kind of a luminous finish, this one wears very good as well. I would give this an 11 out of 10 for wear. I have worn this for a full day. That would be like a 8-10 hour day, and she withstands the whole day. The finish remains intact and the integrity of the finish throughout the day. So definitely one of my most recommended and favorite complexion products of the year, the Christian Louboutin Fluid Tint Foundation. This is definitely part of my holy grail. Finally, we have reached my top one favorite complexion product of the year. This was launched, I think, August or summer of this year. This is from one of my favorite designer beauty brands, or designer luxury beauty brands. And they do always make amazing complexion products. This is none other than the Dior Forever Multi-Stick Foundation. And this I did a dedicated video on. Again, I will put the link somewhere here or down below. Now, this is supposed to be a light to medium foundation coverage. It is also just a natural finish. It doesn't say it's luminous or matte or glowy. And it is a 24-hour wear foundation stick. In terms of comfort, 20 out of 10, the most comfortable of all the products I have discussed so far. The shade that I use at Dior is always 2N. That is always my reference for any other brand. And this is the first foundation stick that I was really so impressed with in terms of one, the coverage, in terms of the finish, and how blendable it is. This is the first stick that I feel comfortable enough to apply directly from the stick versus using like a brush of some sort and tapping it in my skin. It doesn't disturb my skincare, and you see the coverage immediately. This is 2N. Oh my gosh, do you see that? It's almost like, not really, but you do. It is very skin-like, very natural. In terms of finish, I would also be giving this a 20 out of 10. Reason being is, it is the first product that I can say is truly undetectable once you buff it in. We're talking like undetectable. And in terms of comfort, unfeelable, if there's such a word. There is no weight to this product. I don't know what magic they did with this, but just look at this. In terms of wear, this is not a full coverage foundation. So if you are having a 10-12 hour crazy day, you might see a little breakdown, but nothing that a little concealer can't fix. But the integrity of how your skin looks is intact. It wears beautifully throughout the whole day. So if you see the finish here, you guys, it just looks like you have amazing skin. It is a natural finish indeed. This is like if you were to put a Paris filter on your skin in real life. This is what I have on right now, and I am filming on an Canon DSLR, like in 4K. So if it can make my skin look like this. This is not full coverage. This is what I am using. I did use a full coverage concealer for like my under eye and certain like blemishes that I have. But other than that, it is this foundation stick that I am using. And the finish is just absolutely amazing. I am gonna zoom in a bit, not a bit, a lot. So this is how she looks. It's not full coverage. You see some of the blemishes if I do come up close, but it looks like skin. I do have a little Rare Beauty highlight. I mean, you can see, but the rest of it is just, oops. It's really just an immaculate, just like skin finish. It is weightless. You don't feel anything at all, and it looks like skin. You can use this for glam, like a full-on glam, or just if you want to run errands, which is so strange, and it looks just as good. I'm filming right now. This is like, let me zoom out. Filming right now, and usually when you're filming, I always gravitate towards full coverage. Well, everybody, if you're filming anything, you do full coverage, right? I purposely use this one because of course it's my #1 for the year pick, but just to also show you guys how it translates even on camera, being that it's not really marketed to be such a full coverage foundation stick, but it just has that immediate look at the coverage of that. Just beautiful. And if you buff it, it looks like filter. Nothing. You don't feel anything. So that is about it, you guys. Those are my favorite foundation or complexion products of the year. I hope you guys found this video interesting and informative. If you have any questions or comments, as always, you can leave it down below and I make sure to read them and respond to you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.